All right, guys, Obama shreds Trump's democracy scam. So Barack Obama just accused Donald Trump of doing the one thing America used to shame dictators for: rigging democracy. That's it. Obama basically said, hey, we used to be the shining city on the hill. And now Trump turned us into a Motel 6 for wannabe authoritarians. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, here we go. Let's dive in. All right, guys, this wasn't calm, cool Obama. This was Obama with fire in his chest and shade in his pocket. He stood in front of Texas Democrats and said, America, the country that used to lecture the world about fair elections, now looks like the sketchy guy photocopying his math answers. And the punchline, he didn't just go after Trump. He torched the entire Republican playbook. Now, here's the twist. He wasn't just talking to Democrats. He was talking to the world. And trust me, if you're in London, Toronto, or Sydney thinking that that's an American mess, you're in the splash zone. Because what Obama exposed is actually universal. When politicians can't win fair, they rig the game. Same tactic, different accent. Brexit maps in the UK, voter roll cuts in Canada, redistricting drama in Australia. This isn't a Texas problem. This is the global script for how democracy dies. And it always ends with regular people paying the price. And yeah, that means you and me, because if the rules are rigged, your bills go up, your wages shrink, and your freedom, it gets smaller and smaller, little by little. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to unpack three big questions here. One is, how did America, once the democracy coach of the world, become the bad student copying from dictators? And why, according to Obama, do Republicans admit their ideas can't win? So their only option is now to cheat? And the wild card, why now? Why is Obama suddenly back in the ring? Because is this just one speech or the opening shot of 2026? So stick around, because the last answer might just rewrite this entire playbook. Now, Obama, he's a classic. He walks in, he looks around and cracks, hey, I might be the oldest guy here, except for Eric Holder, but he's really old, even though he looks good. And that's Obama's move, right? Roast you, then compliment you so you don't cry on the drive home. It's like when your buddy says, hey, bro, you're broke, but your sneakers slap. Now, here's the thing, guys. The game is rigged, is what is being alluded to, right? So Obama didn't hold back. He said Republicans know their ideas won't sell. Nobody's lining up for tax cuts for billionaires and book bans for kids. So what do? They change the rules and the analogy. It's perfect, right? He said it's like basketball. Your team's losing, so you just decide your shots are worth 4 points. Fire the ref and hire your cousin Larry. And that's what we call gerrymandering. And for my friends in the UK or Canada thinking, hey, that's insane, stop fronting. Your governments pull the same stunts with ridings and districts. Same scam, different jerseys. I don't know. But history doesn't move in a straight line, though, right? And here's where Obama got heavy with it all. He was born before the Voting Rights Act. He saw progress, civil rights, more inclusion, stronger democracy. But then he hit that gut punch. We got lazy, right? We thought democracy was something that you could put on autopilot. And then the joke, democracy isn't Netflix autoplay. It's a Wi-Fi router. The second you stop paying attention, it crashes. And suddenly the whole family's yelling, who unplugged democracy? And right now, America's router is blinking red. Suppression, Sharpie drawn maps, people denying election results. And if you're in Sydney or Toronto thinking that's their problem, I think we all got to wake up, because when America normalizes dysfunction, the ripple effects hit your shores too. Now, it's bigger than just Democrats. You know, Obama's closer was pretty good, right? He reminded everyone rigging the rules doesn't just hurt Democrats. It eventually hurts everybody, because once cheating is normalized, the system eats itself. Now, today, Republicans stack the deck. Tomorrow, another faction could do the same. It's a Game of Thrones with ballots. Nobody wins. And that basketball analogy, again, you know, you don't want to play a game where the rules change, especially mid-match, right? Imagine the World Cup final tied at overtime and FIFA goes, oh, by the way, Brazilians' goals now count double. You know, the crowd would riot. But in politics, Republicans, they call that strategy. Now, Obama ended with this, guys, right? Democracy isn't self-executing. It's fragile. It needs people willing to fight for it. Otherwise, the US stops being the model and starts being the excuse dictators use to justify their own corruption. Now imagine Putin or Xi Jinping pointing at America and saying, see, even they cheat. And that's the nightmare, because once the ref is gone, the game is just chaos. So what do we do then? And that's the million-dollar question, right? Why now? Why is Obama stepping back into the spotlight now? Because is this about defending Biden's legacy, which was arguably something that could be complained about, right? Or is it something bigger? Because if Obama's warming up again, trust me, the game is about to change. And the next move, it might be a big twist. So stay locked in, because, you know, we're going to keep breaking this down. We're going to try to break down how NATO's latest moves connect directly to the fight, or for this fight for democracy. And believe me, that's going to sting as we pursue some of these episodes in the future. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching The Baseline. I really appreciate it. And put some comments in the section below. Let me know what you think. Am I completely off? Do you guys disagree or agree with this? What do you think about Obama coming back and speaking up all of a sudden? I read all the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks again for watching The Baseline, and cheers, everybody.